Bueno, los números, numbers in Spanish. So we're going to look at cardinals, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. And ordinals, first, second, third. Okay, let's look at los números, the cardinal numbers, los números cardinales. Uno, un. Escucha y repite. Uno, un. Now we use the un before a masculine singular noun. So when we're counting, we use uno, but when we put it before a masculine singular noun, we use un. Por ejemplo, for example, un libro, one book, or a book. Bueno, seguimos. Dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, or if you come from the south of Spain, cinco, ci, is a s sound. Seis, siete, ocho, nueve, diez, or if you come from the south of Spain or Latin America, diez. So the s sound for cinco, Latin America and south of Spain, diez, South America and south of Spain. Okay, seguimos. Once or once, doce or doce. Now I'm going to go th for most of these, but if you are left from Latin America or from the south of Spain, you would s, ce, ci, and the z. Trece, catorce, quince, dieciséis. Note the spelling here, all one word. It's made up of 10, diez, e is the and, seis, 6, so literally 10 and 6. Diecisiete, dieciocho, diecinueve, veinte, or veinte. So the V can be b or a v sound. The main spelling mistake here is the E and the I this way round, so just be careful of that. And I'll just remind you the s sound, so dieciséis, diecisiete, dieciocho, diecinueve, if you're from Latin America or from south of Spain. Okay, so let's carry on. Veintiuno, veintidós. Now, these veintes can either be put together with an I, or they can be left separate. Veintiuno, veintidós. Veintiún, when it's before a masculine singular noun, when you're putting it before a noun. Otherwise, when we're counting, veintiuno. Veintidós, note the accent. Veintitrés. Veinticuatro. 25 or 25 if you're doing from Latin America or south of Spain. 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Okay, all the way up to 30. Pause it now or rewind back another go. Then from 30 onwards, it's slightly more simple. So we have 30, 30, and then if we want to do any other number, we put and then another number. So 31, 31, 32, 32, 35, 35. So let's go through the tens then. 40, and these all do the same thing. 40 y, and then another number, whatever you want. 48, 48. 50 or 50. 60, 60. 70, 70, just be careful of these two. Slight spelling change only with these letters here. 60, 60, 70, 70. 80, 90, 100 or 100, from Latin America, south of Spain. 100 is the word for just 100. Anything other than 100, 101, 102, etc., we change it to ciento. 101. And note in English we have an and here, but in Spanish there's no and. 130, 130. So the hundreds, doscientos, fairly easy, 200s literally. Note that there's plural here. If you put it with something that's feminine, the O changes to an A. So doscientas, for example. So 200 people, doscientas personas. 300. And then 400 would be 400. Now 500 changes. It goes to 500, 500. 600 is the same as this format at the top here. So 600, then another odd one, 700, or one word. And then 800, same as the format as at the top, 800. Then 900, another odd one, 900. And then we have mil. Not un mil, just mil is 1,000. 2,000, 2,000, 3,000, 3,000. So you don't need to put an S on this. And then 100,000, 100,000. And the last one I've put on here is un millón, mainly because in English we have an I here, but there isn't one in Spanish. So un millón, a million. Okay, so I hope you've got the idea of that. So, un poco de práctica, las matemáticas. How's your maths? Okay, 10 to do. Where it says más, it's plus, menos, minus. Have a go, pause it, and then we'll go over the answers. Right, now I hope my maths is fine with this. So, número uno, 63. Remember, 60, not 70. Número dos, 11. 3, 4, 4, 32. 5, 4, otra vez. 6, 15. 7, 84. 8, 118. 9, 11, otra vez. Y 10, 210. Okay, I hope you got those right. If not, rewind it back, have a refresh of the numbers, and then perhaps try this again. Bueno, okay. Los ordinales, ordinal numbers. So we're just going to do up to 10th here. So primero, and if it's feminine, it'd be primera. And if you put this one particularly before a masculine noun, it changes to primer. Now note that these all go before a noun in Spanish. Segundo, or segunda if it's feminine. Segundo stays segundo even before a masculine singular noun. Tercero, or tercera. Tercero changes to tercer before a masculine singular noun, so the O gets dropped. Cuarto. Now, thing to remember this one is it looks like 4, but the R is in a different place. So just be careful you put the R in the right place. Cuarto. Quinto. Sexto. Séptimo, or sétimo, so you can be spelled with a P or not. Octavo. Noveno. Décimo. Okay, so we're just going to go up to 10th. So just be careful you agree with adjectives. So it goes before, it agrees with these adjectives. So before a noun that's feminine, you put an A instead of an O, plural is S, etc. One thing to note as well is in this TH or STND, RD, sometimes my students don't know where they come from in English, but they come from the word third, the RD at the end, as we know. But in Spanish, because it ends in either O or A, we either write it 5 little o or 5 little a, and that would become fifth. Fifth it was a masculine or no gender at all. Fifth if it's with a feminine thing. And particularly when you're talking about where people live and what floor they live in, you might see an address, la primera planta or la primera. Okay, so the first floor. So vive en la primera planta, he lives on the first floor. So just be careful how you use them in addresses. Alright. Okay, let's move on. Práctica. So 10 to do. Can you remember what all these 10 are? Okay, have a go at writing them down and then we'll go over the answers. Okay, so first one, 8th, 10th, 7th, 5th, 1st, 9th, 3rd, 6th, 2nd, 4th. Okay, let's try it the other way around. As you can remember how to do the spelling. We'll take those away. So 10 to do this time. Okay, now pause it now, have a go at the spelling this time. Okay, first one. Décimo. Séptimo. Segundo. Primero. Noveno. Sexto. Octavo. Tercero. Quinto. Cuarto. Okay, so I hope you've got the hang of it. So now we're going to do a practice of both ordinals and cardinal numbers. Okay, so for this one you might need to get a dictionary out so you can tell whether things are masculine or feminine. Remember the numbers and the cardinal numbers and the ordinals come before the noun. Okay, so pause it now, have a go, and then we'll go over the answers. Okay, so número uno, 7 casas. La primera calle, calle is feminine. La primera, so we primera instead of primero. 20 pegatinas, or if you've got another word for stickers, that might be that. 20 pegatinas. The third person, la tercera persona. Persona is feminine, so tercera, not tercero. 200 mesas. Note here that we put cientas because mesas is feminine. El 10º ganador, the 10th winner. 50 computadores. La novena puerta, novena because it's puerta is feminine. 70 niños, remember 70, not 60. Y el último, el quinto apartamento, or you might have put piso. Okay, so I hope you've got the hang of it. Rewind back if you need to refresh your memory.